Welcome to TJ Marine, the channel where I buy old boats and bring them back to life. The Bertram 20 is finally finished and I couldn't be happier with the results. Looks absolutely fantastic. What I want to do is show you over what I've done and then finally get it out on the water. Let's see how it performs. I still haven't even taken it out. It's had one issue after another with the wet exhaust leaking, the heat exchanger leaking. I ripped the bolts off because it was jamming in gear. Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to explain. A lot of people on the last video, they thought I forgot to cast off, and that's the reason why I ripped the bollard out. That's not what happened at all. I had it tied on, the rope was too long, that's true, but I just wanted to put it in and out of gear because on the trailer it felt sticky, and before casting off, I just wanted to make sure that it would be fine. So I clicked it into gear while we were still tied to the jetty, and it was idling too high, the rope was too long, and I couldn't get it back into neutral, and that's what ripped the bollard out. But now she's idling sweet, going into gear, super sweet, no leaks, bollards are fixed, and the boat is ready to enjoy and have an awesome summer with. Now the main things I did on the outside, if you remember from the original boat, the originally had the stickers were all peeling off, had these ugly peeling off flags, so I got rid of all the old stickers and had these nice new ones put on, new Rego sticker, and put the new wrap over where the blue paint was, the iconic blue wrap from these Bertram 20s. I was going to repaint it, but that would be a bit of a major undertaking. It was quicker and easier, and probably looks better to put the vinyl wrap. And obviously gave it a good cut and polish. So as you can see, it's looking in pretty fantastic condition. Here's the back, it's got a nice new name on as well. The leg has been resprayed. So exterior wise, it's looking fantastic. Let's jump up on board and have a quick look inside. So I'll put the last video in the description if you want to get more detail about what was done to the interior. But basically put this nice deck, which I reckon looks awesome. The floor was totally replaced. The floor was all rotten. It's been completely replaced and then carpeted. New seats. Everything's been covered. And the cabin has been cleaned up and had the seats recovered as well. So we'll have a look there. So cabin is nice and usable, great for weekends away. I'm looking forward to having a couple of nights relaxing on board. Let's unveil the engine in this beast. It originally came out with a 6-cylinder, 170 horsepower Mercruiser. But at some stage, the last owner's gone for a massive upgrade. Let's reveal what's underneath. This beautiful V8. Heaps of power, but the thing I like most about a V8 is the sound. So let's quickly fire it up. Make sure there's no leaks. Make sure it goes in and out of gear nicely. Make sure it starts well. And if all's good, which I'm pretty sure it is, then let's finally get it out on the water, see how fast it is, see how it handles a bit of chop maybe, and most importantly, have some fun. So stick with me and let's head down to the ramp and see how she runs. short run today, just so we can inspect it, make sure there's no major failures. Keep my eye on the temperature gauge and the oil pressure. Give it a few more herbs.
Can you help me, mate? Can you help me? My motor's dead. Motor's died. Can you just help me guide it in? Yeah, something's gone wrong there.
You got another rope at the back here?
Yeah.
Heated. Well, I hope it's not on fire. Oh! Is it? It's not on fire, but she's taking on water. You want to get it out of the water? Yeah. If I get your towel, I'll get it out of the water. Here's the problem, boys. And hoses came off. Well, we're back home now. That was so much fun when I was out on the water. 35 knots, wide open throttle. You couldn't tell from the footage probably, but it was quite choppy. It was blowing about 15 knots. And you could not feel the chop at all on this boat. It is such a great riding hull. Probably the best I've been in for this size. Feels incredible. I'll be happy to keep this boat. I love it. But what's gone wrong is it dropped a hose off the heat exchanger, causing the engine to overheat. I was lucky to make it back, and I did get back just in the nick of time. But hopefully not at the expense of the engine. These V8s, these old school V8s, they're so indestructible. I'm going to put my money on nothing at all being wrong. But I could be, that could be wrong. Could be totally destroyed. Could be up for a new engine. We'll see. So let's have a look. Well, it looks like no damage was done to the engine from overheating. I'll have to keep an eye on the water levels, see if it uses any water. If it does, then we might need to replace the head gasket. But there's no air bubbles coming up. And it still sounds sweet, starts easy, runs sweet, so I don't think we've done any damage. The problem was the hose clamp was totally disintegrated, so I've put on a new hose clamp, put the hose back onto the heat exchanger, checked all of the other clamps, tightened them up. So now we should be ready for another sea trial, hopefully a bit more successful. So in the next episode, I'm going to take it out on the water again, and I'll measure the fuel consumption, give it a nice hour run. Hopefully there won't be any adventures on the high seas. But yeah, look out for that next episode coming up. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and thank you for watching.